welcome back to the hate letters. I didn't know that I was going to do this again. Nobody wants to overstay their welcome, and I thought maybe to jump the shark by now, but I got some things on my mind that I need to talk to you guys about, because I don't like bad style. I mean, who does? Who likes poorly executed tricks that just look like shit and it doesn't do anybody any good? I like aesthetic skateboarding. I like skateboarding that is pleasing to the eye. If it's bad, I wanted to just go hurl myself under a bus or something. But this hate letter goes out to tricks that are poorly executed, namely frontside inverts with hands below the coping and backside airs grabbing behind the foot. Just don't do it. You know, there should probably be a law against it, or if you see somebody doing it on your backyard ramp, you need to instantly eject them and send them on their way. About the first time I ever saw a really bad frontside invert where I went, why did he miss? He didn't even grab the top of the cone. It was a Bones Brigade video show. Steve Stedham at Del Mar. And Steve Stedham does awesome frontside inverts. I think the best frontside inverts are probably, well, Grasso does good ones. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up his ass with this, but he does do good ones. And if you're able to stall it, is even better. Neil Blender, probably number 2. Number 3, Steve Caballero, perfect frontside inverts. Yeah, but the thing is, you know, when you see one that's executed really bad, it's just you know, you're wondering. It's, you know, I learned them. I never wired them, but I learned them below the coping. You have to learn them below the coping. But then when you see someone do them and they miss the coping, or they just don't grab the coping at all, that putrid stench of bad style and all that comes into play. So back to what I was saying about Stedham, he could do really good frontside inverts, but the first time I ever saw anyone, like I said, do one that was subpar was he put his hand on the tile. You know, it's the first thing we saw. It was like, why can't he touch the coping? How did he miss the coping, and why didn't they refilm the scene? You know, Stacy Peralta. Why didn't they go back and redo it? And then it got worse, because like later on when people were trying to learn frontside inverts, you have to learn them low, but they were doing Miller flips and they weren't even putting their hands on the coping. A Miller flip with no hands on the coping is probably one of the lamest looking tricks there is, and you just have to put your hands on the coping. At backside airs, you better be grabbing, you know, and Tony Hawk used to pretty much ollie like into a lot of his stuff. Nose grab backside airs I think look lame, just gay. I don't like it. Unless you're doing a crooked cop or something, you better have your hands in front of your right or left foot when you do a backside air, because it's just, and if you grab early, forget it. You're gonna get out of here. You know, I have no patience for that at all. I know Hawk did invert varials and always seemed to just collapse, like his knees just gave way, like just like his legs couldn't support his weight. He had no weight anyway, but his legs couldn't support or whatever, and he would land low and he would do the Del Mar squat and all that. And I mean, I thought that was terrible. Billy Ruff, who everybody, you know, you know, he's one of my favorite skaters, you know that, would do units, 540 frontside inverts, miss the coping completely, and then end up squatting across the flat bottom. I don't know what it is, you know. It's you gotta look good on your. I mean, you know, I don't want to be pretentious about all that shit, you know, with the you have to look good and all this kind of stuff. But if you look bad, you know, you just don't want to look bad. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it's all about.